Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Not So Slim Shady here, and today we have episode 2 of Middle School Stories, which is a series where I talk about some middle school experiences that I've had that I think some of you guys will enjoy. Week 1 was the first fight that I saw at middle school, not that I was in. And this week, I figured I didn't know what I was going to do, and I thought I might as well do the worst teacher that was at that school. Not the worst teacher that I had, but I did have her, but the worst teacher that was at that school. My school was terrible. My school wasn't terrible, but the teacher choices were bad, I guess. But real quick, this is just an AN94 nuclear on raid. I'm sure you've seen this spot before. I've had it in like 3 other of my gameplays. And yeah, just a nuclear, pretty simple. Running red dot and fast mags, pretty simple with the cyborg camo. But yeah, so on to the topic of middle school stories. So, this is the worst teacher that I've ever had, and definitely the school has probably ever had. So, I'm not going to say her real name. I don't know what I'll call her. I'm trying to think of a name to call her. She'll just be known as the bad teacher, I guess. So, she taught science for many years. I think she taught science for like 10 years or something at that school. And, they kicked her out of the science department because I don't know, I guess like she told the kid because in 7th grade science, she was a 7th grade teacher, by the way, and I had her in 7th grade, obviously. And in 7th grade science, you talk about like drugs and the effects on them and why they're bad. And she told the students that she experimented with marijuana and it wasn't bad at all. So they kicked her out of the science department. But since she had been there for 10 years, they couldn't fire her. And they moved her to social studies, which she had no credentials in. She knew nothing about 7th grade social studies, or probably any social studies. So the first day that we had her, she would always say, I know nothing about this, and I'm learning this with you. Keep that in mind. So I was like, oh great. So she was, and she had ADHD. I think it was ADHD. So she could not stay on one topic to save her life. Like her topics just jumped around. It was crazy. So yeah, like, we just did not learn anything. So throughout the year, we had 2 tests in total. Count that, 2 tests throughout the whole year, because she just could not stick to one thing. And we would literally work on the same thing for like 2 days straight. It was so annoying. So like, it was the easiest class ever, I guess, but she was so annoying. Like, you could not talk at all if she would give you lunch detention. No, like, she gave out the most lunch detentions in a year. I guarantee that much. Like she gave out on average like 10 a day, and I had the worst class that she had. She hated our class so much. She called her class dogs and animals. The worst. Oh my gosh! One time, she was saying how well, she had these guinea pigs, and she was obsessed with these guinea pigs. Like, I'm just jumping topics here like she does, but just keep thinking about my 7th grade year and everything. But you know what a crazy cat lady is, right? Like, she has a bunch of cats and acts like they're humans. That's what she was with guinea pigs. She had guinea pigs in the class, and she acted like they were humans. And I think they died that year. Yeah, and she would break, like, for a week straight. She would start crying in class because I don't know. It was terrible. And one time she was talking to us because I don't know, we had some troublemakers in that class, and she was saying she was like, "You guys make me hate my job," and it was a girl, if you guys didn't know. But yeah, she told us that we make her hate her job. She kicked some people out of that class, I'm pretty sure. But that was probably one of the funniest experiences that I've ever had, just messing around with that teacher. But this isn't over. I'm just telling you some of the stuff. Yeah, so she gave us 2 tests throughout the whole year. So if everyone had an A. I had the 100% or more. I don't even know. Her classes were so easy. Like I said before, she would teach the same thing over and over again. And she was actually like kind of scary. Like, she's weird. Like, she's like a 60-plus-year-old lady, and she was, I don't know, like, she could scare you. How she and she would always act with like sarcasm and stuff. It was kind of weird. Like, whenever she'd yell at you, it'd kind of be sarcastic. Like, she'd be like, and every day she'd be like, "Hello, my children," and stuff. Like, she would just use weird sayings and say that we're her children and stuff. It was kind of scary. Like, she should be fired, but she's not. Like, she knows nothing about social studies. She's told us that. But yeah, I think I still have some time left in this video. But yeah, oh, it's actually coming to an end. So I hope you guys enjoyed this edition of Middle School Stories. If you enjoyed, leave it a like. And it's not so Slim Shady. I'm out. Peace.